That story, I'm going to give all of it, whether I give the details or not, but it's going to come out of me because I've talked about it. So I think my encouragement is for men to talk and to really talk, because it always amazes me that you can go out for a drink, watch a football game, and go home with a problem. Women will not go home with a problem. They have to tell someone, whether it's the cleaner, they find it, whoever, anybody listening, we have to express ourselves. Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Just Angie. It's Mwangi Monday, where we discuss all things governance and things that are affecting and impacting us as a nation. And today I wanted to talk about men and the COVID-19 pandemic. I feel like I'll put it all together. I think I'll start with, I'm looking and observing, and I felt like men are really crushed in this season. And I'm not sure that we're aware that they are crushed. And why it's related to the whole COVID-19 pandemic is because they're providers. So they're providers, and there's a way that culture has ordained it to be that they are the providers. Well, culture and God. So the pressure that is going on in this pandemic is really impacting them. And I think there's some statistics and facts that have been shared that the rate of suicide and depression went up amongst men during this crisis, ongoing crisis, because it's still going on. And so I wanted us to, sort of like wake up, open up your eyes and observe and also act on putting pressure, undue pressure on the men in our lives, whether they are our fathers, brothers, spouses, friends, colleagues. There's an undue pressure that is driving people beyond that stress point and causing the men to go into depression or to commit suicide, or maybe just an argument. It doesn't have to be 100% truth, because I don't believe in absolutes, causing them even to steal. I mean, why did these, are they called the COVID millionaires? Why did they steal? Because everybody's trying to prove a point as a man to maybe their family, to his wife, to his children, to his fellow colleagues, to his community, to his tribe. Why would we do what we do? Why would we go out and steal from people who are already suffering? Because there's pressure. There's pressure to perform. There's pressure to be. And one of the hardest observations that I've made about men is that they don't talk. Women, if I go out, I go to the hairdressers, I mean, something just casual. It wasn't even my intention. There was a little problem, then I sit down to do my hair. That story, I'm going to give all of it, whether I give the details or not, but it's going to come out of me because I've talked about it. So I think my encouragement is for men to talk and to really talk, because it always amazes me that you can go out for a drink, watch a football game, and go home with a problem. Women will not go home with a problem. They have to tell someone, whether it's the cleaner, they find it, whoever, anybody listening, we have to express ourselves. So I think you also have to find a way to express yourself. And also tell yourself it's never that serious, and it's definitely not serious enough to take your life over. And for the women in the lives of the men, stop giving undue pressure. Just stop yourself, check yourself, stop giving undue pressure. And if we're in this situation, then it's for all of us to tattoo at this situation, because nobody knew that this is what was going to happen. If your spouse or friend is even afraid to tell you maybe they lost their job and they're still trying to keep up appearances, there's a problem. And we need to investigate and go deep into that problem. There's a gentleness that we need. And I'm feeling in my head that, like people will say, why not the women? Because women were nurturers. It comes naturally to us. We need to nurture these men in our lives. We need to nurture. We need to bring out the best in them. We need to say the things that will bring out the best in them. We need to bring out the best response. I was wondering, how did the world get here? Where we are competitive. Where people used to be happy with so much less. But it's like it's more. Don't even let me start talking about children who are so ignored. But if you ask somebody, why am I doing this? It's for my children. Really? Maybe you need to sit down with them and ask, what do you want? And maybe it's a good place for you as a wife, as a girlfriend, as a friend, to just sit down and ask this guy, what's going on and how can I really help you? And then you can't bring it up in an argument 15 days later, or when the time will arrive, now you bring it up. We have to be careful about things like that. I'm speaking to myself as well, where we can't bring up the past, where we really want to know what's wrong. How do I support you? Because that's what we are supposed to be. Women are nurturers. It's a supporting structure. And then able to, just like the way we can get them to talk when they don't want to talk and it's not probably a positive situation, we need to take that same energy, that same skill, and get them to talk now in a situation that is not so great. And then we need to positively also help. Why is my money mine and his money ours? It's all ours. Because we've made life about things that I don't think God intended life to be about. And that's why there's a lot of pressure. There's too much pressure. And that word that I felt that men are feeling crushed. Give him space, you know. Give him space to breathe, to be. Allow him silence if that's what he needs. And that's a hard one for many of us. Allow him silence. Allow him to process what he's going through, but say, I'm here. I'm here for you. How do we get through this? Make it about us and not just about him. And as I conclude on the crushing, something that's dropped in my spirit is that another observation as men get older, I don't want to say, okay, but where women seem to turn their family against them. And I guess it's not older. Maybe it's just happening. Where we turn our children away from them. They're human beings. They need love. They may not be able to express themselves the way that you express yourself, but they need love, they need attention, they need respect, and they need honor. Because we don't want them to be lonely, yet they're surrounded by people. And they don't have to act the way that we act. We are different people. We were created differently, so let them be. Cut them some slack and reach out and help to heal and observe. I think that's what God said. He was like, observe that they're crushed. Observe what is not being said. Observe their actions and help them, because we can. God bless you. Have a great Monday.